I simply don't understand if this was a situation where they were holding out hope on trying to use everything except surgery. Was Lehner doing this to get at the Golden Knights?
I think there's an element of that. I think as the season ended and his obligations to the team ended, he said K-Peace. And if I'm remembering correctly, when I was there for the Cassidy introduction conference or the press conference, I think it was like Jesse Granger or somebody asked him about Lehner if there's any update, and they're like, we're not in contact with him at this point. He's taking recovery on his own. It was something along that lines of just like we trust him to whatever, and that he'll come back.
Like a Zion Williamson, go to Portland,
yeah,
do your own
but
thing.
that's the thing. Like, hockey's such a unique culture of hands-offedness. Like with basketball, with the NBA, that story in and of itself, like it defies logic to this day because you can micromanage those guys so much easier because there's fewer of them, right?
Yeah.
And it's a much different business model in the NBA. I mean, the other track and sleep stuff, all that, like it's much more finely tuned versus the NHL is like, well, did you block the shot or not? It doesn't really matter. Did you lose some teeth? Okay, like we'll sew you up. Like it doesn't really matter as much as long as the job gets done. And so there's kind of this separation and again
that separation would drive me
crazy. That secrecy because this is also a team that doesn't say anything about injury reports or anything. Like this is a sport that fosters that environment because they're convinced that, well, if we say that they have a knee problem, that somebody's going to go target their knee. That's probably true. But you know what I mean? It's just like this is a problem of their own making. That being the Golden Knights and the way that they handle their organization, how they've handled him, and then Robin Lehner's got some explaining to do too. But we don't need that from him because ultimately the biggest news is what the injury is and his timetable, which we don't know when he's going to be back.